Hi Mark, I'm Carol. My student number is 5, and now I'm going to read a speech named What I Learned as a Kid in Jail. And now I will start. We need to change the culture in our jails and prisons, especially for young inmates. New York is one of only 2 in the U.S. They automatically arrest and try 16 to 17-year-olds as adults. This culture of violence takes these young people and puts them in a hostile environment. And the correctional officers pretty much allow any and everything to go on. There's not very much for these young people to do to actually enhance their talent and actually rehabilitate them. Until we can raise the age of criminal responsibility to 18, we need to focus on changing the daily lives of these young people. I knew firsthand, before I ever tried acting, I spent approximately 400 days on Rikers Island, and to add to that, I spent almost 300 days in solitary confinement. And let me tell you this, screaming at the top of your lungs all day, on your cell door, or swinging at the top of your lungs out the window, it gets tiring, since there's not much for you to do while you're in there. You start pepping back and forth in your cell. You start talking to yourself. Your thoughts start running wild. And then, your cells become your own worst enemy. Jails are actually supposed to rehabilitate a person, then causing her to become more angry, frustrated, and feel more hopeless. Since there's not a discharge plan put in place for these young people, they pretty much enter society with nothing. And there's not really much for them to do to keep them from recidivating. But it all starts with the SEALs. It's very easy for some people to look at these correctional officers as the good guys and the inmates as the bad guys, or vice versa for some. But it's a little more than that. See? These SEALs are normal, everyday people. They come from the same neighborhoods as the population they serve. They're just normal people. They are not robots, and there's nothing special about them. They do pretty much everything anybody else in society does. The male SEALs want to talk and flirt with the female SEALs. They play the little high school kid games with each other. They politic with one another, and the female SEALs gossip to each other. So I spent numerous amounts more time with numerous amounts of SEALs. And let me tell you about this one in particular named Moron. One day he put me in between A and B doors, which separate the north and south side of our housing unit. He put me there because I had a physical altercation with another young man in my housing unit. And he felt, since there was a female officer working on the floor, I violated his shift. So he punched me in my chest. He kind of knocked the wind out of me. I wasn't impulsive. I didn't react right away, because I know this is their house. I have no wings. All he has to do is pull his pin and back out will come immediately. So I just gave him a look in his eyes, and I guess he saw the anger and frustration just burning. And he said to me, "Your eyes are going to get you in a lot of trouble, because you're looking like you want to fight." So he comes to take off his unity belt. He took off his shirt and his badge, and he said, "We could fight." So I asked him, "You gonna hold him down? Now that's internet common use on Rikers Island meeting. Then you're not going to say anything to anybody, and you're not going to report it." He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna hold him down. You gonna hold him down?" I didn't even respond. I just punched him right in his face, and we began fighting right then and there. Toward the end of the fight, he stabbed me up against the wall. So while we were tossed up, he said to me, "You good?" As if he got the best of me, but in my mind I know I got the best of him. So I replied very cocky, "Oh, I'm good, you good?" He said, "Yeah, I'm good, I'm good." We let go. He shook my hand to say he gave me my respect, get me a cigarette, and send me on my way. Believe it or not, you conquer some Sears on Rikers Island. They will fry you one-on-one. They feel they understand how it is, and they feel that I'm going to meet you where you at. Since this is how you commonly handle your disputes, we can handle it in that manner. I work with frying like a man, you work with frying like a man, and that's it. Some Sears feel that they're journeying with you. This is why they have that mentality and the attitude, and they go by the concepts. In some instances, we're in it together with the CEOs. However, institutes need to give this correctional officer proper chance and how to properly deal with the adolescent population, and also need to give them proper training on how to deal with the mental healthy population as well. These CEOs play a big factor in these young people's lives for X amount of time until this position is reached on their case. So, why not try to mentor these young people while they're there? Why not try to give them some type of insight to make a change? So once they're written back in the society, they're doing something positive. A second big thing to help our teens in jails is better programming. When I was on Rikers Island, the huge thing was solitary confinement. Solitary confinement was originally designed to break a person mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's what it was designed for. The U.S. Attorney General recently released a report stating that they're going to ban solitary confinement in New York State for teens. One thing that kept me sane when I was in solitary confinement was reading. I want to educate myself as much as possible. I read everything I could get my hands on, and aside from that, I wrote music and short stories. Some programs that I feel will benefit our young people are art therapy programs. For the kids, they like to draw and have their talent. And what about the young individuals that are musically inclined? How about music program? So then it actually teaches them how to write and make music. Just a thought. When adolescents encounter Rikers Island, C-75 RNDZ is rebuilding their houses. That's nicknamed Gladiator School, because you have a young individual coming from the street, thinking that they're tough, being surrounded by a bunch of other young individuals from all over the 5 boroughs. And everybody feels that they're tough. So now you have a bunch of young gentlemen poking their chest out, feeling that I have to prove I'm equally as tough as you, or I'm tougher than you. You and you. But let's be honest, that culture is very dangerous and damaging to your young people. We need to have institutions and these teens realize that they don't have to lead the previous lifestyle that they led when they were on the street, that they can actually make a change. It's sad to report that while I was in prison, I used to hear youths talking about when they get released from prison, what type of crimes they're going to commit when they get back in the street. The conversation used to sound something like this. Oh, when I hit the street, my body got this connection for this. Then in the third, oh, my man over here got this connection for a low price that is traded for mission. And when we hit the town, we're going to do it real big. I used to hear this conversation and think to myself, well, these dudes are really talking about going back in the street, committing future crimes. So I can't raise a name for that. I call it a go back to jail quicker scheme, because really, how long is that going to last? You get a retirement plan with that nice little pension. 401ks, 403bs. You get health insurance, dental. But I will tell you this, being in jail and being in prison, I came from some of the most intelligent, brilliant, and intelligent people that I will ever meet. I have seen individuals take a potato chip bag and turn it into the most beautiful picture frame. I have seen individuals take a stash soap that's provided for free and turn it into the most beautiful sculptures. They will make Michelangelo look like kindergarten made it. At the age of 21, I was in maximum security prison care, Emerald Correctional Facility. I just came out of work shack from working out, and I saw an elder gentleman that I knew standing in the middle of the yard, just looking out at the skies. Mind you, this elder gentleman was serving a 33 and a third to life sentence, in which he already had served 20 years of that sentence. So I walked to him and I said, "Oh, gee, what's going on, man? You good?" He looked at me and he said, "Yeah, I'm good, young blood." I'm like, "So, what are you looking out at the sky for, man? What's the fastening out there?" He said, "You look up and you tell me what you see." "Clouds," he said. "All right, what else do you see?" At that time it was a plane passing by. I said, "All right, I see an airplane." He said, "Exactly. And what's on the airplane?" "People." "Exactly. Now where's that plane and those people going?" "I don't know. You know? Please let me know if you do. Then let me get some lottery numbers." He said, "You're missing the big picture, young blood. That plane with those people is going somewhere, where we're still stuck. The big picture is this. The plane with those people going somewhere. There's life passing us by while we behind were stuck." Ever since that date, they sparked something in my mind and made me know how to make a change. Growing up, I was always a good smart kid. Some people would say I was a little too smart for my own good. I had dreams of becoming an architect or an archaeologist. Currently, I work at Fortune Society, which is a renting program, and I work with people as case manager. They are at high risk for recidivism, so one connect them with the service they need once they are released from jail and prison so they can make a positive transition back into society. If I was to see my 15-year-old self today, I would sit down and talk to him and try to educate him, and I would let him know, "Listen, this is me, and you, this is us. We are one. Everything that you're about to do, I know what you're gonna do before you do it, because I already did it, and I would encourage him not to hang out with X, Y, and Z people. I would tell him not to be in such and such place. I would tell him, keep your behind school, man, because that's where you need to be, because that's what's going to get you somewhere in life." This is the message that we should be sharing with our young men and young women. We shouldn't be treating ourselves and putting them in cultures of violence. They are nearly impossible for them to escape. Thank you. Okay, this is the end of the speech. Bye bye, Mark.